Welcome to Zenopix Neo. I will be guiding you through your process of getting familiar with the application interface. If you are ready, let's get started. Here is our main screen. Recording and viewing operations are performed here. You can add your videos, camera footage, or internal animations from the panel on the left. The animations you've added are listed on the panel. By dragging the chosen animation into the video blocks, you can create an animation sequence. You can edit the duration and color settings of the video you've added from the area below the video panel. Use the buttons on the right side of the relevant video block to switch from duration settings to color settings. In the area located to the left of the video blocks, there are screen and pattern options. You can increase or decrease the number of screens, loop the videos or play them solo. When you switch between screens, the pattern you created in the blocks is applied and saved for the selected screen. You can also change the size, speed, and position of the screens. Since the videos are played by rendering, the maximum speed varies depending on the computer's power. To create a new project, you can use the menu bar or icons. All you need to do is select the device or protocol you need and proceed. This is the patch screen. In here, you can create and edit a patch structure suitable for the architecture you have built. On the left side of the patch screen, you can see the panel containing the universes and below it, the area where you can adjust the parameters related to the universe. You can change the Xenoverse name, universe number, and FPS of the selected Xenoverse. If you are casting, you can assign the selected IP to multiple universes by choosing the IP. Please remember that you need to select the correct network adapter for your target IP to be visible. You can change your network adapter from the main screen or the menu bar on this screen. You can create your patch in 3 different ways. You can switch between these options using the buttons located in the upper right corner of the patch screen. If you are creating a patch with a block structure, you also need to specify the width and height ratios. Also, you can zoom in and out of the workspace or change its dimensions to facilitate patch creation. The pixels you add are grouped under the fixture name in the panel on the left side. If you want to add a pixel to a specific universe, you need to select the target universe from the left side. You can also change the channel type of the pixels you have added or will add from here. The button located at the top of the patch screen serves this function as well. Finally, let's take a look at the functions in the patch structure you've created. When you select the cursor icon located in the top left corner of the patch screen, you can select a pixel or a group of pixels. To do this, click on the target pixel or drag the mouse from one point to another while holding down the left mouse button. Functions depend on whether you select a single pixel or a group. If you right-click on a pixel, you will encounter 5 options. In the first option, you can assign the selected pixel and those following it to a separate Xenoverse. In this process, Xenoverse assignments are made automatically, and the properties of the allocated Xenoverse are preserved. Conversely, you can link the selected pixel to another Xenoverse group. Please be mindful of the capacity of the Xenoverse you intend to add to. This function will not work if the Xenoverse has reached its maximum channel count. The maximum channel count is 512 for ArtNet protocol and 1024 for Zenopix devices. With the third option, you can add pixels in front of the selected pixel. This function applies to pixels with empty surroundings. The added pixel will be queued in the Xenoverse sequence, allowing pattern adjustments with split and merge functions. The fourth option allows you to move the pixel. Lastly, the fifth option enables you to delete the selected pixel. While performing these operations, the configuration of devices in the left panel is updated automatically. However, it is advisable to verify to ensure the structure remains intact. When you select a group of pixels, 3 options appear. After selecting the first option, you can move the selected group on the map by holding down the left mouse button and dragging. The second option allows you to delete the selected group. The third option enables you to rotate the selected group in the chosen direction. The default angle is 0 degrees. The rotation is performed based on the patch group positioned according to this angle. If you apply the rotation to a patch group created according to the pattern options located at the top right, the pattern is likely to be disrupted. Therefore, pay attention to this situation. If you encounter an unwanted situation, you can revert to the previous state using Ctrl+Z. When you have finished your work on the patch configuration, you need to save and close it for the changes to reflect on the main screen. The button located at the bottom left serves this purpose. When you close the patch screen, your patch model will appear on the video screen, allowing you to see how your animation pattern looks on the patch model. You can move the patch model on the video panel or adjust its size. Each pixel in the patch model carries the colors of the video segment behind it. Additionally, the Animations button becomes available after the patch is created. In the animation screen, you will find animations that you can configure and that are suitable for the field. Each animation has its own unique adjustable parameters. Additionally, you can experience the final animation's appearance on the patch screen. You can change the speed, angle, colors, and size of the animation. Furthermore, you can hide the animation to simulate only the image on the patch. After creating your animation, you can save the final version. This allows you to add the saved animations directly to the main screen in the next using. If you are editing for the first time, you can click the Add and Close button after optionally saving to move the animation to the Videos panel. If everything looks great, you are ready to casting or recording, depending on your device selection. If you're going to casting, you must select the ArtNet protocol or a device using this protocol at the beginning of the project. If you have created a project suitable for this selection, you can use the settings in the menu bar above to broadcast. It is worth mentioning again, you must have selected the correct network adapter. Additionally, your device in the project must be capable of broadcasting, and you need to have made the correct IP assignments in the Xenoverses. If you want to record, you can do so in real time or for the duration of the created animation pattern. To start recording, click the Record button in the same menu bar. If you haven't selected a location beforehand, choose your location and proceed. Then, click the button again to stop the recording. If you don't change the location, the animation data created at that moment will continue to overwrite the same file each time you click the button. If you want to record for a specific duration, you can click Export Animation from the Project menu. In the window that opens with this option, after selecting the recording location and duration, proceed and your animation data will be rendered according to the specified length. Of course, make sure you have created the project with a recording-based device selected.